bring it back as Boulet will put that over right on net as Kilger will cover up for the face-off. Yeah, I think we're coming back here right now. Yep, there we go. We're back. If you find us online at their Grenfell Spitfires at Lumsden Monarchs 2, period 2 and 3, because we had an unfortunate, thank goodness that happened between the break and not during the game. We'll just have to remind you that don't go through that door. Brown with it. The back wall found that weird bounce. I'm just going to get this set up again here for anybody watching on Spitfires TV. Again, sorry about what happened. Passes it off and into the corner as the Monarchs are going to regroup up through center. Dumps it up. Lindsay with it up the wall, forced to the side by Hain. Fisk has it knocked away. That's going to come back out to center ice for Harbour. He's going to put that onto the looking for Hain cross ice in front, but that's going to hit a stick and go behind the net. So Linskog going to hold on with 17:15 left here. In the second period, 2-0 if you're just joining us. And face off one, that'll go back down low behind the net for Eskra. Off the back wall. Circles. They'll come back down behind the Spitfires goal. Schaefer moves it up. Broken up, that's going to come right back. They're going to get another piece of that on there. Haywood moving it along the boards, has it. Going to come back to Eskra. Back to Eskra on the left-hand side. He's looking to hit. But it moves up the wall. Spitfire's going to move that out through center. Perot going to intercept that at the red line. He's going to carry that into the left-hand side. Fires and Kilger with the save. Knocked away down into the corner. Takes a whack at him at the blue line. And they score, making it 3-0 for Lumsden. With 15:24 left here in the second period. Grenfell down by 3. Off the wall, Johnson. Gonna grab that. Broken up by Haylock at the blue line, gonna carry that in. Yeah, that's gonna go up and into the netting. Logged up in front of the bench, dumped down into the corner. Delayed offside. Monarchs are going to regroup looking up ice. Chipped in by Falk. It was icing. It'll be icing again with 14:03 left here in the first night in Saskatchewan. I'm Steve Schneider. We're coming to you live from the Grenfell Regional Park Arena, where it is 3-0 currently for the Lumsden Monarchs. And again, that'll go down for icing. Oh, we got a fight to a Hollinger, and looks like number 2. Who do we got number 2 is there? Mike Eskra exchanging words at center. All right, lined up for the draw. Glove hand side of Lindsay. The point for Hollinger. Collected in front. And it'll go back down into the corner. Flyers deflected again. Down deflected into the corner. Brown goes D to D. Up the wall. Buhe fires Perot can't get all of it on it, and he'll have to dump that off into the corner. Knocked away by Buhe. In front, and he just misses. Spitfire's going to grab that rebound. Oh, he spears him. Newells. Or sorry, Lock. Letting Buhe know he's there. And that'll be whistled down for icing. With 11:55 left here in the second period. Kept in. Comes back out to the point. Oh, Haylock gets hit by Hominick a little late. Up through center to Hominick. He'll dump the puck. Iskra and Reed step out for the Monarchs as they come in for the change. Loose puck down low. Clears it around to Hain on the left wing boards. Oh, and he scores! Makes it 4-0. Lumsden Monarchs putting their foot down on the pedal here. With 10:28 left here in the second. The Monarchs are now up 4-0. And a save by Kilger with just under 10 minutes to go in his second. Hollinger is gawking horns with somebody in the corner there. Looks like Folk. So it's just here in the second period. Tempers are flaring. Some fuses are shorter than others. This is 4-0 out here in the second period between the Lumsden Monarchs and the Grenfell Spitfires. You're watching Hockey Night in Saskatchewan. Perot puts it down low. That'll go down over for Haylock. I guess I can't run away too far here. I'm on a leash. Spitfires will dump that down into the corner. Bocek. Bringing it up back through center. 9:13 to go here in the second period. Lumsden leads by 4. Payne turns and fires and scores! Drew Hayne making it 4-1 for the Grenfell Spitfires as they move within 3 now and breaks the Golden Goose shootout here, or shutout. So with that, if you're just joining us, it's 4-1 for the Lumsden Monarchs. Hayne moving the Spitfires within 3 now. Monarchs won game number 1 by a score of 3-1. Game 3 will go Tuesday, March 24th in Lumsden. And game 4 will be back here on Thursday, March 26th at 8:15. That'll depend on if we'll be here or not. Depends on how the MJHL schedule goes for the Wavy-Scampa Wolverines and the Dolphins. We'll be covering that one live on flowhockey.tv. Coming out over, sauces it out to Lindsay. And they'll wave that off for icing. Or sorry, they'll blow that down for icing. So the Monarchs finished the regular season with an 18-0 record for first place in the Capel Valley Highway Hockey League. And the Spitfires finished 3rd with a 10-7 record. In front, bats it into the net. I knew that one wasn't going to count. Inside the blue. Is can't score with your glove. But the Spitfires showing the momentum that they might need here to carry themselves back in and making this a closer game. Back down low. Hollinger with it on his backhand, puts it off the wall. He'll get that back. Goes off of a skate. And it'll be waved off. Oh no. So they carried out into the zone by Newells. Sorry, that was Killback. Fired from the point. Fisher with the shot. Comes back out. Going to get it back to Fisher again. Through traffic, and Lindskog will hold on. Back out to the point. Fisher through traffic, hits a stick and goes off into the corner. He'll chip that out back to center ice. And that'll be whistled down. Poked away right in the slot. Killback in a fight with it. Brown down in the corner. 5 minutes, 59 seconds to go here in the second period. Hayne will put that off the wall and in. And they score! Grenfell making it 4-2 with 4:33 left here. And I think I got my thing figured out here too as well, so. Won by the Monarchs. That'll come back out to center ice. And they score. Making it 5-2 for the Lumsden Monarchs. So with that, we'll bring the face-off back to center ice as Kilger will shovel that off over to the sideboards. So Hollinger getting the credit on the second goal. Falk puts it up over to the outside. Dufour moves it across into the skates. Knocked it away. Lumsden going to put that back up. And they score! Grenfell puts away a third goal, making it 5-2 minutes 50 46 seconds left here in the second period. This is going to be an exciting third period, that's for sure. Oh, I got it. Sorry. A servicer. In front, fires. With a chance. Front with a chance. And noted. Check. The man advantage. I have a face up. Reed's gonna put that back side. It over through, carries it through center. Sorry, knocked away by the Spitfires. They're going to come up the left-hand boards now. That hit somebody, so we're going to whistle. And folks, we'll probably have a scoreboard for the third period, just so you know. Excited. Goes back across ice, fires through traffic, and Lindskog will grab that one out of 46 seconds left here in the period. 5-3 if you're just joining us. Somebody just come out of there? Oh, I'm hearing stuff. Bring it back. Cross ice. Broken up. Haywood gonna move that up. Short-handed chance for the Monarchs. Kilger going to hold on. Hey, 6 seconds to go here. In the second period. Oh, we got a pile up in center here. And that'll do it here for the second period. 5 after 2, 37 seconds power play for the Grenfell Spitfires. I'm Steve Schneider. You're watching Hockey Night in Saskatchewan on www.sasnews. And we will see you in the third period. Oh, that's weird. Okay, let's fix that. Hey, look what's up in there now. Better late than never.
Jordan Murray. My bad, guys. Sorry, I thought I read the 5 as a 4. That's what I thought he had this. Oh, right. He's got different pads. You're right. Thanks, Cordell.
hockey fans, and welcome back. You're watching Hockey Night in Saskatchewan. I'm Steve Schneider, and we're coming to you into the third period between the Lumsden Monarchs and the Grenfell Spitfires here in the Capel Valley Highway Hockey League Final. Game number 2 of 5. And we're about to get going here in the third period. 5-3 is your score. And 20 more miles to go between these two. Lumsden leads the series 1-0 as they took game 1 by a score of 3-1. And we're just waiting for the Grenfell Spitfires now to make their way out onto the ice. Thank you to those who have contributed to tonight's broadcast. If you're watching on www.procreekmedia.com/Spitfires TV, proceeds from that $1, 50% goes to the team and 50% goes to the broadcast crew here tonight. So if you're watching on YouTube and you want to donate or good to get on there, go head on over to www.procreekmedia.com/Spitfires TV. As we got a packed house here tonight. If you didn't make it down to Grenfell here to get a space, there aren't very many left, and I imagine the line for a hot dog in that canteen is probably atrocious at this moment. Come the Grenfell Spitfires. 5-3 is your score coming in here into the third period. Just a reminder, game number 3 goes Tuesday, March 24th at 8:30 in Lumsden. Game 4 going to be back here in Grenfell at 8:15 on Thursday, March 26th, and Game 5, if needed, is on March 31st in Lumsden with a puck drop of 8:30. Just a big gap between Game 2 and 3 has to do with Lumsden's provincial series. So here we go. Ready to rock. 5-2 if you're just joining us for the Lumsden Monarchs. Brings it up through center ice, right-hand side. Seconds left in the man advantage as the Monarchs will come back to even strength. Two-on-one comes in, fires, and that goes over the head of Muir. I do apologize for calling him Kilger for the last 2 periods. I read that 35 as a 34. Knocked down in the corner. Monarchs going to come up with the puck. Stolen. Spitfires fire towards the net. That's going to come back behind. Fed in front. Shows and Lindskog with the save. So with that, the face-off's going to come to the glove hand side of Lindskog. Back and dumped into the corner by the Spitfires along the side boards out to the point. He holds it in. That goes off into the corner. Kept in. On his backhand, has a stick caught in there. Fires deflected in front, just about made its way in, but it goes off into the corner. Back up through the center. Hollinger tries to connect with Hain. Hain's going to get that back. He's going to dump that in. Intercepted. Spitfires going to bring that back into their own zone. Right in front. Fires. Oh, it goes off into the corner. Bird with the chance. Glove down. Tanner Kyle into his own zone, puts it up. Picked up. It's going to be knocked up to the blue line. And will collide with Bird. Eskra. They'll go cross ice for Dufour. Dufour will knock that down. Kyle will steal it from him. He'll leave that back for Fisher. Fisher steps out in front. He's going to come up ice. And Eskra will grab that. Fires and Bird. Grab that out of the air. So with 16:20 left here in the third period, Spitfires trail by 2. Fires up and high over the net, comes back out to Perreault. Perreault will get the red line and dumps that in. Intercepted. Spitfire's going to come the other way. Knocked off the puck in the corner. Steps out in front. Longer will keep that in. Fires it. Goes off the stick of Buhay and into the corner. Pokes it past him. He'll take it back into his own zone. In front in the slot, fires, and Lindskog with the save. Knocked into the boards. Kicks it out through to center. Sternenko. Loose puck, it's going to knocked off into the corner. Another chance. Sternenko take a whack at that one. Hain will put that on. Newell's down low. He's got it now. At the blue line into the corner. Hain will grab that down on his forehand. Centering pass in the slot. Shoots and it's blocked shot by Johnson. Puts it out over to the other side. Hain. Reed will bring that back around. Tanner Kyle will keep that in. Down low. For Bird. He's going to fight with that one. Lumsden going to come back. Rips it out to the point. Kyle keeps it in. Into the fires. Rebound. Short angle shot. Goes high and over the net. Sneaks out. Past Harbor. Sorry, that's not Harbor, that's Tanner Kyle. Chips past Perot. Mixcog has it go off of him. Chipped off to the sideboards. Dufour, Folk waved off from offside. Moves it over, fires, and up and over the net into the corner. And he scored! Alan Kilback finds the back of the net. And moves the Grenfell Spitfires within one. With 13:04 left here in the third period, Grenfell makes it a one-goal game here with the Lumsden Monarchs. You're watching Capel Valley Highway Hockey League action on SNN Sports on www.sasnews.net. Dives across and he beats Mirror, making it 6-4 Lumsden as they immediately. So before they can even announce the goal from the Grenfell Spitfires, the Lumsden Monarchs are going to answer back, making it 6-4. Sorry, I had a correction on the Spitfires goal. That was Hollinger that scored that one, his second of the night. Looking at cross ice, Hollinger will feed it across, fires, goes off a skate stick and into the corner. Knocked down along the sideboards. Here comes Buhay. A little shoving going on there. Out to the line. Mishandles it, and it's going to be a one-on-one. Hollinger is going to get back there. And they score, puts it just under the bar. Making it 7-4. With 11:39 left here in the third period. Sure got quiet in here quick. You're watching Capel Valley Highway Hockey League action on www.sasnews.net and also www.pearlcreekmedia.com/Spitfires TV. Proceeds from tonight's $1 for to watch the game, split but evenly with the home team and the broadcast crew. Up off the line. Going to come along the blue line. Fires it out along to the left-hand side. Sorry, Dufour up the wall. Carries it behind the net. Out to center. King Cunningham block shot. Dufour will get that. Fires. Muir. Rebound. He's down. And it's cleared away. Tees it up. And it's a save tossed off into the corner. He's in a foot race. Haywood's got a breakaway, fires, and Murr comes to the stage. Murr keeping this a 3-goal game with 11 minutes, or 10 minutes, 9 seconds to go. .10:09, yep. What is he yelling about? It's going to be a long series. Right in front. Out to Eskra. Fires, deflected. It goes off of a down on the Geiser in front. Eskra will grab that. Chips it out in towards into the corner. .9:48 in front. Oh, and he just misses. Two-on-one with a back checker, knocked off the puck. Schaefer pinned down in there. Trying to get him to move that puck. They're going to whistle that down. And with 9:25 to go here in the third period, we got a 7-4 game in favor of the Lumsden Monarchs. We had a 1-goal game at one point. Entertaining nonetheless when you have 11 goals scored in a match. Face off one back to Perreault. One-timer goes off into the corner. Yeah, that'll be. They're going to need a new centerman there. A little bit of encroachment. Dumps it in. That'll go back behind the net. Out to center ice for Fisk. Into the corner. Haylock going to get that off the sidewall. Quick pass out to center ice. That'll probably refresh later. Kept in and by the Spitfires. Goes off into the corner. Long Dufour just about catches that off the boards. Burr going to play that out off the wall over to Kyle. Kyle carries it in front of his own net. Over to Newells. Harbor will have that one stick. With 7:57 left here in the third period. 7-4 is the score. If you're just joining us, you're watching SNN's Hockey Night in Saskatchewan. Carries it out through center. He's got a breakaway. Oh, and it goes off the back of the net, but not the side he wanted. Knowles moves it up to the left-hand side. Down into the corner. 7:35 left in the third period. And we're going to have a penalty coming here. It looks like a boarding penalty, if anything. So Lumsden's going to go on the power play with 7:25 left here in the third period. So the Monarchs are going to get their first power play of the night. Back down to the blue line. He was brought down hard. One-timer from the point is going to hold on to that. So 7-12 left here in the third period. Lumsden leading by 3. Wins it back over to Reed. Cross ice, can't quite hold on as Eskra take that back to the blue line. Reed again. Dufour can't quite handle that one. Something going on down low there. Reed shot again. Moore with the save. Short shot. Volk. Oh, and he's punching him. And Hollinger. I think that's who is at the bottom of the pile there. So it's 6:47. Are they going to give them just minors, or is that going to end up being a actual fight here? Because we got helmets off, and looks like gloves are still on. And Hollinger come up off the ice. I think we might have some roughing penalties for that. It looked like it appeared Haywood had broken his stick. Sorted out, and the face-off's going to come out just outside the blue line. And it is going to be, looks like he's bleeding. Thinks he's going to get an extra call because he's bleeding on that one, I think. Oh, his helmet. So he's going to need a new piece of equipment is what he's actually saying. Yeah, because when he comes up, he's going to need a new lid. Otherwise, that's not going to work for him. So with 6:47 left here in the third period, Lumsden leading 7-4. Penalty boxes are not big to start with here. Up off the wall, down low. And I think my toes have officially frozen. Up Johnson at the blue line. Cuts across center. Monarchs still on the power play for another minute here. As those last two penalties will just cancel each other out as they're coincidental minors. One-timer from the point, hits his own man in front. And the Spitfires are going to try and clear this zone. It bounces its way back down to Monarchs territory. Loose on the sidewall. King Cunningham at the top here with Johnson. Back down to Johnson. 17 seconds to go in the man advantage. Back out to King Cunningham. Shoots through traffic, hits Platt. And that'll go back off onto the back of the net. They'll clear that around. 3 seconds left. And out steps Newells. Perreault doesn't see him coming. Right over, and Lindskog just let that one through. We've got a delayed penalty, looks like coming for the Monarchs. And Grenfell's going to have a power play coming here. They got the empty net, fires in front, loose puck, and they're going to touch up. With 4:48 left here in the third period. Spitfires are going to go on the power play. 7-4 is your score right now. So the provincial playoff schedule for the Lumsden Monarchs and the Raymore Rockets series has been announced. March 22nd in Raymore, 7 p.m. March 28th, 7 p.m. in Lumsden, and March 29th at 6 p.m. in Lumsden if needed for game number 3. Can't quite hold that one in. Takes it back behind the net. That'll come back out to the blue line. Spitfires on the penalty fighting for next minute 42. Cross ice, time tees it up. Lindskog, and they score! And the Spitfires make it 7-5 and narrowing the gap to 2. 4:22 left here in the third. Lindsay out to take the draw. Gonna get my toes back. Luckily they're so deformed and gross from playing hockey, they can't even feel them half the time. Oh, that'll end the penalties to Hollinger and Haywood as well. One back to Hollinger. He's not liking the backup stick. Chipped in, down into the corner. Yeah, we got a delay. No, empty net now for the Spitfires as they're going to go 6-on-4 on the power play. That's a good move, a coaching move, by the way. And that 2-man trio, and it's loose puck in the slot. Comes back into the corner for Newells. It'll be cleared out by the Monarchs. Right on net, and it is just wide for icing. So with 3:42 left here in the third period, Spitfires down by 2, 7-5 late here in the third period. You're watching Capel Valley Highway Hockey League final, game number 2 between the Lumsden Monarchs and the Spitfires here in the third period. Fires from the outside, holds on. Loose puck, it goes behind the net. Lindskog, it looks like he's hurt. As there's a pile up on the goaltender and a fight ensuing on the side. Zoom in just a little more there. As there's a person at the bottom of the pile there, they need to, who's injured, that they need to get out of there. For Lumsden, Lindskog doesn't look like he. Yeah, they're calling the trainer. He's definitely injured. So Damian Lindskog is down on the ground here for the Lumsden Monarchs. We'll go to something else to talk about for a little bit here. So game number 3 will go Tuesday, 8:30. For this game series here, the best of 5. Game number 4 will go Thursday, March 26th with a puck drop at 8:15. and that's back here at the Grenfell Regional Park Arena. The Bell Valley Junior Hockey League is also going to be kicking off its league finals starting here on Friday, March 20th at 7:45. The Regina River Rats taking on the Emerald Wizards at the Communiskate with a puck drop at 7:45. Game number 2 for that series is set for Saturday, March 21st at 4:15, and that'll be at the Communiskate as well, as Emerald Park has elected to take games 1 and 2. And it looks like Lindskog is going to make his way to his feet. So with 3:30 left here in the third period. Face-off's going to come down into the Lumsden end here, I'm assuming. Empty net still for the Spitfires as they're going to go 6 while they have the power play for... Actually, that just finished, so it'll be a 5-on-4 down low. Looks like he's going to stay in the game with 3:30 to play here in the third period. Lumsden leading Grenfell 7-5. Part of a packed house here tonight. Only a couple spots available still. Grenfell looking to tie up the series here. Face-off going to be one back zone. Yeah, that's no icing because that went off of Grenfell. Carried up, intercepted. 4 fires, and he scores! Folk makes it 8-5 with an assist from 2-4. With 3 here in the third period. Back down low. Goes D-to-D cross ice, going to dump that in. Going to go right off the back wall. Weird bounce. Lindskog going to hold on. Found a hollow patch in the boards. And that bounced right on net. So I'm going to give that one to Folk, but unassisted. I'm going to give an assist to Dufour on that one, though. Fires a sharp angle shot, goes wide. Again, the trickles past, but into the corner. Comes out to center. Murr back in net for Spitfires. He's going to step out into the corner to play that one up the wall. Cuts across on his backhand, and it's off, he scores! It's in! And what a goal that one was. And that'll make it 8-6. Bringing it back to a 2-goal game. With 2 minutes 33 seconds to go here in the third period, Grenfell puts another one in the back of the net. And makes it a 2-goal game, but Lumsden looking to call a timeout here. As that's a little bit too much momentum.
Spitfires 6 goals scored by number 15, Alan Chilton, assisted by 1, QVHHL, and number 25, Taylor Fisher. 2:33 of the third period. Chilton from Halo and Fisher.
Oh, what the heck? Not today. Whoops. So with 2:30 here in the second period, it's off at center ice. You're watching Capel Valley Highway Hockey League final. Game number 2 between the Grenfell Spitfires and the Lumsden Monarchs. One back to Perot. Hits the linesman. And Haywood is going to have that knocked off his stick. Dufour carries it in. In front, rolling puck. Murr with the save. Going to be brought back out by the Spitfires. Cross-check down. Goaltenders heading to the bench. 6 on 5. Loose in front, they score, no! Oh, I thought that went in. They're gonna clear that right in on net, and he scores. Making it 9-6. Lumsden Monarchs with 1 minute 45 seconds to play in the third period. Their second empty net goal. And it looks like some fans are heading. Not that cold out tonight. Glove down by Lindskog. So with 1:37 left here in the third period, Lumsden leads by 3. Knocked away by the back checker. Lays some lumber on Platt. It'll come back for Fisher. It was off his stick for Duzick. Duzik's going to dump that in. Almanac grabs the loose puck. It's going to come back out for Tanner Kyle. And Platt's going to hit him up high in front of the bench. That goes off the dashboard and up by a shot by Tyler Bird. 50 seconds to go here in the third period. And it looks like the Lumsden Monarchs are going to take game number 2 here over the Grenfell Spitfires, unless they can put 3 really quick ones away here. Grabs it back around. It looks like that's going to stay back. Face off here by the blue line. 39 seconds to go here. Lumsden going to take game number 2, sets themselves up for a 3-game sweep back home next week. But they still have a series to play against Raymore between now and then. So a lot can happen as roster-wise. So they're going to try and tell him he can't change because of the... So with 39 seconds to go, Say and Johnson are going to change up there, carried in. Pump back down for Fisher. Going to hit. From the short side in front, he scores! And the Spitfires get one at the buzzer, making the final score 9-7 with zeros on the clock. So the Lumsden Monarchs are going to take game number 2 of the best of 5. They took game number 1 3-1, game number 2 by a score of 9-7, and we're going to head back to Lumsden for game number 3 starting next week. That'll be on Tuesday, March 24th, with a puck drop at 8:30. So that'll be at the in Lumsden. And then game 4 after that'll be Thursday, March 26th at 8:15 back here in Grenfell at the Grenfell Regional Park Arena. You're watching SNN's Hockey Night in Saskatchewan. Just another day at the office. I'm Steve Schneider. I'll see you next game.